We're in the second seat, playing with two extremely strong players and one that I don't know at all. Giants were picked into the first seat, and we are picking into seat 2. The first thing that jumps out to us is that this is time travelers, right? Time travelers get double points on TPs, so they could probably go for like a double temple opening or something like that. And then they can maybe build both big buildings during this round. Time travelers tend to be a faction that might be able to make a round 3 town, but maybe you prefer to put them in a later seat so that they get a better pass style. Let's leave that option open for them. And in that case, putting in a black faction, I don't know. I think darklings are just fine here. I know it's 2 base factions in a row, but I think that people can get over that. Anyway, yeah, both Okay and Iron Leaves are actually currently in the top 10 of the arena season. I believe that's what it showed. Oops. Yeah, 8 and 9th rated. I'm actually pretty poorly rated for the arena season. My regular elos come from a run of lucky non-arena turn-based games. Bora is picking. It's been a while since I streamed on this computer, and it actually does feel a lot slower, but at least my mouse should show up where I'm talking about, so that should help. Hopefully the resolution is okay. It looks okay to me, but obviously that's not the same as a viewing experience, so I wanted to scope out this player, actually. EJ, what's up? Love your podcasts. Haven't gotten to listen to the most recent Terra Mysticon ones yet, but maybe I should just skip ahead and listen to those because they're more timely. But I did listen to a bit of the back catalog recently. They're okay at Terra Mystica. They played a decent amount, so they have some idea of what they're doing. They might not have the best strategies. Okay, we do get time travelers in the 4th seat. That makes me quite happy to see. Time travelers, actually the big build, the TP event that's sandwich is actually around 6. That's very high scoring for time travelers. I don't know what I was thinking. They're going to start with the big building tile. I think it's fun for them. I'm not sure that it's that good. They can make a round 3 town probably, because now they can take the big building tile, open with a stronghold. This does suggest that we can open stronghold, and then stronghold with maybe a single spade here. That seems kind of fun. I guess you might have to place F7 to avoid darklings getting up in your business. Yeah, unfortunately, it's kind of likely that darklings will mess with you at least in one of your spots. So maybe the round 3 town doesn't happen. I mean, darklings can't be that bad. In this color matchup, brown is a little less good than you might hope. Patrick the Oz, am I talking about stronghold dwarves? Am I never not talking about stronghold dwarves? Actually, if this big building event in round 4 were instead in round 5, I would be a lot more interested in stronghold dwarves, actually. But yeah, round 3 digs, very good for darklings. Big building pass tile, 2 high coins pass tiles, very good for darklings. All feels pretty solid. I think that the dwarves pick is not bad. The worst thing about it is that there's 2 shipping tiles in the game, but no one here should really be looking to abuse the ship tile. I mean, abusing the ship tile for any of these factions would represent a kind of departure from your normal game plan. Like if cultists were in the game, or nomads, or obviously like mermaids or something, then you would think that someone has a natural like tendency to go for these ship tiles. But darklings like the temp ship tile because it can help them get to a third town, but they don't really like to advance their shipping that much. And like this track isn't really going to reward you that much for shipping. There's no like mid game dwelling spree or something like that. So, I mean, you might want to do it anyway because you might think that you're the best economy and you can just connect, but this E6 hex is very, very good for Leech as brown here. However, double east and getting around 3 town also feels good. Like E6 is kind of unlikely to become a town. That's my issue with E6 this game. And other than the TPs in round 6 and like building a big building in this round, you don't have that much going for you as time travelers. You're going to struggle for your second town spot probably, and that's an issue. So I kind of see that double east is like not that bad. Like you're almost guaranteed a town through this bridge town through here and this town up through here. I'm going to put a tick on dwarves because as I was saying earlier, like I think that stronghold round 4 is not like this is probably a game where you could try to dig bomb with round 6 stronghold, right? There's a round 2 earth spade, which is always nice for dwarves. There's dual air and dual earth rewards, which means that the cult economy is quite good. Dwarves were looking at probably getting this cult step tile. So maybe first action we buy the priest, try to get priest to air, and then temple for air 2. Next round we send priest to earth. Next round we try to get the double dig, and then we send priest to earth. Or even just a single dig in this round. Seems like a fun plan. Not sure if it's that good. Looking at Giants. Giants are going to get temp ship to open the game. And that's pretty nice because temp ship is like one of those things that lets you grab a couple of hexes that you might really want. Like, I guess you probably just start D7 and then you get D6 with temp ship. Big building pass tiles in the game. The dwelling pass tiles in the game. 2 high coins tiles are in the game. Wonderful plays, and Hubert, hello. Welcome. Rough go, by the way, Hubert in the Fire and Ice League. There were some really close misses there, and also that Atlanteans game where you missed out on the 20 points was rough. I think that you had it. I think that you had 20 points there, but yeah, it probably was still likely 4th. Okay, so the game plan for Darklings is very, very clear. I think that this might be one of those games where Darklings are just so much better than the opposition that like it seems insane to bid that much, but in reality, it's just the correct move. And it is showing up here. So to be fair, I think we probably always start. Well, okay, so quote fun thing about Giants. They could start D7 and then cause you some issues, right? Like if you're going for your G5 start and then you're hoping to dig up through E10, Giants might dig E10 to secure some town space for themselves. Like a good town for Giants might be like E10, assuming that dwarves are on E9, or yeah. So then they get the neighbor for D7, and then they make a town that looks like this. I see Giants mostly as like a pest here. I don't see them as being that good outright. what's the game plan for darklings? We're gonna, oh wait, dwarves want the worker power tile. They don't want the cult step tile. They want worker power. That actually gives them pretty good access to double dig. If they can get that, that would be very nice. So darklings are going to get the cult step or the 6 coins. And giants will still get temp ship. Okay, yeah. Dwarves starting on worker power is really nice because you almost certainly get double dig. Either that or you can like temple tunnel and then pass. And like that's, and then just double dig next round. That's also not bad. So and then in that case, I would just temple for Earth too and forget about like this air spade. You just try to get pre-sent to the air track in later rounds and just try to hit this worker's reward. That's entirely fine. I don't really want to play giants here, but I also just don't feel that comfortable bidding down darklings that much more. I suspect that they might just be that much better than the opposition, but I'm not brave enough to put my money where my mouth is. Yeah, I might, like, as time travelers here, it does seem quite iffy to place entirely in the center. You get the big building tile. I think that you should basically expect to get single spade. But you can't guarantee yourself to get the leech. Like, if you place double east and then dwarves, like, they shouldn't do this, but if for whatever reason dwarves do decide to upgrade east, like in the center next to giants, instead of in the east, then if you can't even secure that single spade, then you're in trouble. Like, you're really in trouble. Because giants on d7 can just break you at e10 or d8. I guess also darklings can just place. I'll go one more on time travelers here, but I feel like this is a. I don't feel that good about time travelers being this close to darklings actually, because darklings. Like, let's look at how many points time travelers expect to get on the track, right? Let's say that you do manage to get these 5 points, then you get 10 points from here, so that's 15 points. Let's say that you manage to get like this town, so that's 20, and then you build all 4 of your TPs here. That's a 44-point track for time travelers. Okay, that actually feels pretty decent. I think that it might be fun to try. But I also think that dwarves have a decent game here, like the Earth Cult rewards, as we were saying. They should be the best cult faction. Dwarves, we probably try to hit both these events, so that's 10 points. And then we try to build like 3 TPs in this round, so that's like 19. And then obviously we get this, that's 22. So time travelers will have about 20, 25 points on us in terms of the scoring track, which is pretty sensible. All right, I think I actually will bid on darklings here. I don't think giant's best move is to take e10. And if time travelers start over here on the east, that's okay as well. If time travelers actually start in the east, then I'm probably just starting e10 and like grabbing these center hexes or something. Yeah, not getting a worker's pass tile is a bit awkward in round 1. Like, not getting a worker or a priest in round 1 makes it a little hard to secure territory. The second darklings placement, like one of them goes in the east, either e10 or g5. Maybe it depends on where time travelers have gone. The other one, does it go e5 or not? Like, that is kind of the question. It could go b5, but I don't think that that's very good here. b5 is good for connection dreams, if it's like b5, e10, but then giants really want this a9 hex. If they rush you to b4, then you're in big trouble. I like dwarves' potential for cult game here, and after this I'm going back to bidding time travelers. I do think that gray is in a pretty nice position on this color wheel. Their biggest issue is that they might not get a town over here, and like they might only have one town spot, like for sure, like locked in. So I think I might be off of dwarves after this, and I'm back to getting time travelers who seem fun. I guess Giants are probably the most likely faction to get this round 2 town, right? If we play Giants, then we open Stronghold, we grab D5, D6 in round 1, then we dig this Hex E8 in round 2, and then we bridge town. So that is 5 points here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Because we're going to get this for sure, 17, and then we try to build out our TPs for like mid-high 20s in terms of, it's just, it doesn't feel great. You're probably not getting, I mean, you probably get Earth 1, given that time travelers are going to have a hard time with it, but darklings, the game plan is you open with a TP, so that's 3 points. You get 4 points from, maybe 6 points from digging. So like you're at like 9, 6 or like 7 or 9. You might have built your big building before this. 9, and then you make 4 TPs here, 17, and then 22. You actually have the fewest track points as darklings here, which is kind of interesting. You can delay your big building until this round, your sanctuary, but then the economic investment becomes a little harder to justify at that point. Do you ever get any scoring favors or cult game going? Like, I think that I really like dwarves' position on the cults here. I don't know if you're opening the stronghold as time travelers. I was thinking that you would open the stronghold, because like it's an economic building, so building it in round 5 seems pretty bad, and you're opening with a big building tile, which feels good. Starting with a worker power feels good as dwarves. Obviously, darklings have a lot of inherent scoring. They're probably going to get like 25-ish digging points, but dwarves should also get 20-ish tunneling points. Their biggest issue, of course, is making that town. Like that second town. Their first town should go here. This should have tempo. They should be able to get this G2 hex or this E8 hex. Okay. So we didn't get a steal of an option by any means. I think that we should beat Giants. They're not a very strong player. The question is, are they going to be able to get stuff done? This G6 hex is a pretty key hex for us. I guess Giants starting G2 is a bit of a problem, but this G6 hex looks quite key. I was playing some bullet yesterday, so let's change our conversions. Let's change the animations. I just like animations. Okay, let's see how this goes. D4 expected. Iron Leaves should commit to the center here, I think. Not committing to the center here would be extremely, extremely good for Brown. Because if Brown doesn't take the center, then you just get E6 anyway, right? Like you just dig and build E6 with your first action. So you're quite happy if I think that darklings are considering. I don't think that there's any world where darklings should double east here. I really don't think that double east is actually good for darklings. Like, I guess you could do it if time travelers double east, which might be what darklings are considering here. And it's not clear if G5 or E10 is better. Like, you want more information before you decide on G5 versus E10. E10 is the type of move that just kills time travelers, like, dead in their, kills them in their sleep. The best hope for Giants is that, like, everyone else really kind of, like, forms a clusterfuck and just makes it so that they can't do anything. Like, for example, if Darklings are on G5 and then they grab G6 from me, then for some reason they place E10 as well, and they, like, Time Travelers and Darklings both going double east is the dream world for Giants. Yeah, so they're going to go E10, which kind of worries me, because if Time Travelers actually just get G5 for free, then they will win this game. Yeah, like if Time Travelers get to go E6, and they get either an easy town here, or they get this easy town here in round 3. That's very, very good for Time Travelers. Now, there's a reason why I don't stream on this computer that often, huh? It's not performing too well. A lot of lag. Okay, so it is double east Darklings. Okay. So that happened. So that means that I probably should say goodbye to the town in the east. The question is, can I beat Darklings down to I-10? I don't think I can do that either. This is just... The town that I can get is H8, I11, I12. This is the town that I can get, and I know that Darklings will take H7. So this might be Temple for... If I go Temple, Earth to Tunnel, there's no way I don't pass first. But admittedly, I only have one Sanctuary town to build. I was thinking that H8 is a good one, but then I only have 3 easy dig hexes here. I would need like a bridge to make this town more palatable. Anyway, this is about as good as it can get for Giants. Double East Darklings makes life very hard for everyone else. Giants do seem to know what they're doing, at least. Alright, so now the question is, are we upgrading in the east? If we upgrade in the east, we get a mother load of leech from Darklings. But then the question starts to become, and I guess we can give, like, it's just beneficial, right? Like, this is just beneficial for both of us if I upgrade here. I hate to benefit Darklings at all, but alright, let's see what happens. Priest goes for Time Travelers. That's interesting. Maybe they're going to go Sanctuary Heir too. Dwarves who play with tall buildings. Giants being offered double dig. I actually think that Giants are probably correct to take double dig here. And they do. Okay, so they are going to try to kill me. This is bad for Giants. I don't mind this. It's bad for me. Clearly, it's bad for me. I thought that I was getting the double spade. However, it's definitely bad for Giants. And I guess it's the person who makes that the best is Darklings. Tweet of H5 fame from Matt's stream returns. Started H5 as darklings. Is that what happened? Okay, so this is quite bad for dwarves. So whatever. It's bad for me. It's bad for giants. It's good for time travelers, and it's good for darklings. So that's sad. I guess this is part of what darklings we're seeing. So I have a new subscriber. Hello, how are you? So what do we want here? We could take the single spade. I think taking away, well, I mean, time travelers are not taking a spade right now. We're going to see what they choose to open with. They might go double temple, but in any case, I'm going to have a chance to take a spade again. I suspect that going temple, tunnel is likely our best course of action. Server world where taking Earth 1 is correct here. It's not the highest scoring track. I don't know when I'm building my next temple, because I'm probably taking the double spade next round. Like, I would Sanctuary Earth 1 if I could here, but I think it's probably just too good to get Earth 2, not to do it. You're Teed. Hello. How are you? So you're asking me about dwarves playing tall. I mean, dwarves really want worker income, so I think that I'm going to play wide if I can. Also, am I crazy, or do darklings have a shot at making their sanctuary this round? They have some shot at that, right? Anyway, this was like, I think that giants taking double spade was good, but taking this hex was bad. Okay, it's temple. Okay, it's temple. That's fine. Temple giants it's a thing that you're allowed to do. And this is getting them a lot of extra leech. So I actually think that this is much better for giants than I realized. They'll probably make their stronghold on E9 next round. Trying to get the round one. Yeah. I was a little concerned that it would just make the game unfun for everyone if I destroyed them that badly. It also is pretty sad for me that giants decide to take E9 instead of D8. D8 would give leech to darklings, but it's pretty rough for them. Regardless, I could pass here and just secure double spade. Then I would get G6 probably. So let's play out the we pass line. We double spade G6. We build H8. And then we tunnel to H6. We also get this big coins tile, which is quite nice. Let's see. Okay, so one other thing that I could do is I could grab the workers. I could then grab the single spade, and then I could build G6 with a hard dig, and then I could build H8. That doesn't seem very good. That doesn't seem very good. So if I pass, I take double spade, and what hexes do I want, right? Probably want these. I think that it's worth it to stay in this round at least a little longer. The question is it a tunnel or is it a spade? I think we just start with the spade or the tunnel. No, okay, so the workers, yeah, the tunnel is good because this still this still provides us with the option to spade next round. Your English is bad, so you can't understand me 100%. You can only understand by reading. I see. Yeah, that's a little tricky. Time travelers go for the stronghold. I don't really understand this priest from Time Travelers. Like, normally you want the priest when you get like something really good out of it. But what are you getting out of this priest? I'm not sure about. Like, I was thinking that if you got Heir 2, then that was strong, but Time Travelers don't have the stuff to double temple, do they? They're not getting any more leech. Darklings by the workers. So what are they thinking here? They can't go big building, right? There's no one else is giving them leech. So they can bump Earth. That gets them to 8 power. It's not like they can buy a second workers action. So if we pass here, then we can double spade G6, and then we will get onto 2 more hexes. That seems pretty nice. It's probably correct, right? I mean, in any case, I am passing for the 7 coins here. Okay, Time Travelers can't double temple for sure, now that the worker's power action disappeared. Or they can't temple, rather. Yeah, I'm not super sure what their game plan is here. Because they've bought the priest, which seems to suggest that you're playing for cult economy, but then that doesn't look like it's happening, so... Anyway, yeah, this is why the Giants opening is bad. They can't build their stronghold next round. They're also not getting a town. They were going to get 5 points from this town. And if they can't build their stronghold in round 2, I guess they can build it in round 3, but then you're better off waiting for round 4, arguably. It's not very good. Again, it's certainly bad for me, so if you think that Giants' job is to make life shitty for dwarves, then good for them. They're also interfering my game plan by going temple. Like, I'm supposed to be the cult faction here, and obviously, like, that plan is fucked. So, Time Travelers will single spade G4 here, I presume. I mean, I have to assume that that's what they're going for, right? Darklings have managed to stall this game. Darklings could buy the single spade on G6. I feel like that would really be shitty. But I don't think that Darklings can last long enough to take this. Time Travelers do not have to build here. Let's see if they want to stall for... Their best tile is the Darklings pass tile, I think. Unless they want the temp ship so they can build H5. Okay, they are declining building a dwelling, so they're going to try to get into the Darklings pass tile. Yeah, I mean, this is really shitty for us because Giants taking, like, first of all, they took our hex. This was clearly supposed to be our hex. We lost C5 as well. It's also really shitty because now they have priest production instead of anything productive for them. So they're probably going to do shit like send priest to Heir. And, like, we need to take the double spade, not because anyone else can threaten the power action, but because we will otherwise lose this hex. And we are kind of committed to G6 right now. I think we can respond by buying a priest. No, because we're not going to get 2 priests to the Earth cult anyway, because Giants might send priests to Earth. I guess the good thing is that Darklings probably want to build at least one structure here. Okay, so we move toward our town. Time Travelers sent Priest to Earth. Interesting. Time Travelers obviously really want to get this bridge going. Giants are going to go Priest to Air. They have nothing else going for them this round. They advance Digging. Okay, I forget everything that I said. I am all in on this Giants game. Temple Earth 1 Giants, round 2 advance Digging. Round 3 is Digs, but they don't have any workers. I guess they can pass onto the big building tile, but then they're not going to be able to build their big building. Let's not worry too much about it. Darklings have infinite resources. That seems nice. Build this hex here. We're being offered First Priest to Air. We're also, okay, no one has a priest that they want to send to a cult here. So let's buy this priest and see what happens. Or should we save this for Digs? I think that we shouldn't save it for Digs. We should try to do what we can for ourselves right now, which I think this priest is good right now because we can maybe get 2 priests onto the Earth cult, and then that's the best cult. Or we can get First Priest to Air. So I think Plan A is 2 priests onto the Earth cult. Plan B is the Priest to Air. Also, we are going to put the pain on Darklings when we try to squeeze I-11, right? Darklings probably, actually they should probably go in for a second temple here. Because, what favor did they take, by the way? They took Earth 2, okay. So Earth 1 is still hanging out there. Here's Earth 1. Okay, let's put the squeeze on this Darklings town. They can get I-11, but it will be very painful. Maybe I should be a little more concerned about trying to town through here, but I think that Time Traveler's going for like a town with these 3 hexes is probably better than coming for G2 too soon. But if they single spade F3, then I probably have to pay a little more attention here. If that happens, maybe I hard dig F4. Yeah, if that happens, maybe I'm going to hard dig F4 and then put a cult spade on G2. Giants pass onto the ship VP tile instead of the big building tile. So they're just completely doing random stuff now. Oh, Darklings have 2 spades coming off the cults. So dig F4. Yeah, I'm definitely considering digging F4. I didn't have the power to do it before, but now it seems like that's best. However, I think that, so I don't think that Time Travelers are actually best served by coming after F4, right? Now that I think about it. Time Travelers shouldn't come after G2. Sorry, G2 is the one that I was concerned about, because right now they want to make this town. They have a round 3 town, so what they want to do is they want to put this bridge to H5 so that they can town in round 3 and get 5 extra points. They might also want Earth 1 here. Yeah, so they're going to get Earth 1 first. So I'm locked out of Earth 1. That makes me a bit sad, but again, I just didn't feel like it was really, I really had the space to do it. Yeah, I do like the idea to dig this guy here. I think that Darklings kind of want this dig so that they can, like, Darklings would really like to secure H7 so that they can build they can make a town here, right? But now I'm going to take that away from them, I think. So yeah, we get this. That takes away the dig from time travelers during their digging round. This is their dig round, so they would have liked to get a dig. I think that realistically they actually want the bridge, so that's probably fine for them, but Darklings get on the big building tile. That's delightful for them. They have so many coins, they're probably going to get some nice shipping going. So next round, if Giants leave it to me, I will go Priest to Air. And I will probably just pass on to the Dwellings VP tile. I'm going to put spades on I11 and I12, I think. When do I make another temple? Maybe next round. Maybe round 4. But I'm not getting Earth 1. Earth 1's gone. I would be settling for... I would be getting Water 1, not Earth 1. I would always be bridging here as time travelers, because you also... Yeah, there it is. We build our dwelling. Time travelers will now pass. They do not have the resources right now to make that town. I guess they're going to pass on to this. Isn't being without Earth 1 very problematic? It's certainly not ideal. I would like to have Earth 1, but I mean, I've won games without Earth 1 before. So, like, just in my recent history, I think that I've won some games without Earth 1. Maybe I'm lying. Now that I think about it, a lot of those games, like, I did get Earth 1, and I just got a little lucky. Basically, the way that I see it is that if you can get Earth 1, that's great. However, the race to get Earth 1 can kill you. Like, Giants are 100% coming in last this game. And they're the ones who should not have taken Earth 1 when they did, but then they chose to take it. And they've essentially killed their own game by doing so. So, like, yes, Earth 1 is very good, and getting Earth 1 can help you win the game, but it's not the end of the world if you don't get it, and going for it when you can't afford it will kill you. That's worse, to go for Earth 1 when you can't afford it. I hope that answered your question a little bit. I wasn't the most eloquent, but it's always here. And the question is it over on G2 or is it over on I2? I think the answer might be G2 is probably too important to lose. I'm just thinking, like, Darklings want the 2-key town. I want the 2-key town. I12 helps the 2-key town case a lot more. And I need to be in position to claim Water 1. If I don't get Water 1 and I don't get Earth 1, then I am in trouble. So like, Water 1 suggests that I want to put the TP over here. So this is pretty tricky. Like, I don't want to build 2 TPs. Well, maybe it's okay to build 2 TPs this round. I'll just build I-12, because I really want the temple to go over here, because this is supposed to be a 3-hex town. This is supposed to be a sanctuary town. I can't afford 2 temples. I can't afford to build 3 temples this game. But maybe I can build TP over here, TP here. Can I afford temple, water 1, TP 2 dwellings? It doesn't look like I have the coins to afford that, right? Let's just put it here and see how this goes. Darklings and I are in a race for water 1, it looks like. Okay, Darklings look like they're going to beat me to water 1, to the 2-key town here. That's what it looks like. They have tempo on the 2-key town if they want it. So I think that I'm supposed to respond. Okay, Priest Air did disappear, unfortunately. That's what I was going to go for next. The coins went. So Giants can't afford the stronghold now. We'll see what they choose to do. Let's just build structures here. I guess the priest to water has some value, so we can drop that one. But basically, we're no longer going to rush too hard. Yeah, we're no longer going to rush our way to the 2-key town, because if Darklings do that, then I don't think I actually want to town this round. If Darklings do that, then I probably want to just make a TP over on F5, F4, so that I'm ready to secure water 1 when it's time. Okay, Giants go to max out their digging. Did they get on this tile just so that they could get the coins action? Regardless, the no stronghold Giants is a little more fun. They are going to get 4 points from digging this round, and they're going to get 2 points for building their dwelling on C5. So that is going to be they're going to be at 61 points after this round. It's a lot more than we have. Darklings continue to have the option. I actually think that Darklings are probably better off taking the Priest Town, right? This is the digging round. So Darklings are supposed to take the Priest Town, not the 2-key town. I think. We'll see, right? Like, obviously they could strongly disagree. Okay, Giants come from B5, which also makes sense. That's fine. I get a little leech. That's fine and welcome. Okay. Here's their town. They are going to go for water 1, it looks like, this round. And they do take the 2-key town, which sucks for me. This is obviously like just way more cult competition than I had hoped for / planned for. They're also going to be able to buy the Power Priest, which is fine for them. So Time Traveler is going to take Single Spade to make their town. Should I try to take that away from them? That would be pretty hilarious. I did. Actually, what I should have done was I should have tunneled to I9 there. That would have been hilarious. I've got a bunch of dwellings on the board. So I think that what I'm supposed to do here is I'm supposed to just tunnel to I6, I9, and then make a TP on F4. That gives you the maximum autonomy. The one alternative I see is that I can go G2, hard dig G2, put a TP on F4. Might also be worth it. Yeah, we're going to put ourselves in a position where we can pass and then temple water 1 with our first action next round. The question is just, is it better to take the power spade, or is it better to hard dig? I think that since we're passing early, time travelers have 2 actions left, right? They have... Oh, time travelers are passing before us, aren't they? We are in some trouble here. It's not necessarily because we don't have Earth 1, but it's because our opponents, like, losing the 2 key town was pretty big. Darklings deciding to play Culty is pretty big. So yeah, we definitely have some issues here. On the plus side, it does look like we should win Network outright, which is not necessarily something that I was counting on, but in hindsight seems relatively obvious. I think I want workers. So I think that I can afford this single spade, but you know what? If I make this TP, then time travelers will probably double spade. Oh wait. This is funny, right? Time travelers can afford the double spade, but then they can't afford to build their dwelling. If I do this, this is hilarious, right? Because now time travelers can't make their town. It might be just too blocky to do that, but I mean, I was considering doing this anyway. So this seems fine to me. I have plenty of coins coming in once I make this TP as well. Oh wait, I actually shouldn't have built there. Time travelers are still going to be able to make their town, actually, because I am going to, like, it would be dumb for me not to make this TP. So I'm just going to give them a scare. They're going to turn I7 to brown, F3 to brown. I probably let time travelers off the hook a little bit here, but that's okay. They haven't done anything wrong to me. Darklings are advancing shipping, so they're going to come out to B6 next. That's fine. Oh wait, duh. They can just make a TP. Man, why was I thinking that I had like a clever line on them? They take a ship town. If they have an okay econ, they're going to pass on to some points. Um, I don't think I'll ever need the double spade again, and I'm not getting the coin's power action, so I'm just going to burn power here to make this TP. Like I was considering basically that maybe the correct line was to go worker to coin here, because I do have a surplus of workers, but I think that this is slightly better. MLP next, hello. Time travelers do take my power. Time travelers pass for 10th ship, so they're going to look for a spot for a third town. That's interesting. Should we pass for this guy? I think no. I think that we should just pass for some coins. Well, what do we want next round? We want temple, we want sanctuary. And then after that, we will be pretty short on coins. We can't expect an influx of coins from the two key towns, so. The cult bump probably just goes on the water cult, depending on what towns we take. We could get water. No, we can't get water one block because darklings play after us. Giants do a move that gets themselves nothing. Whatever. We can't really afford to miss out on water one, so we'll just lock that up. After this, we'll go Sanctuary Air 1. Oh, I'm not signed up for TM Tour. No, that's a good call. Let's do that. Yeah, we'll sign up for TM Tour. Thanks for the heads up. Oops. Well, I think that might have been one step too far for this machine. Okay, done. We're registered for next season of TM Tour as well. Thanks for the heads up. Is it me or is this game going kind of slow? Or is it just because I was like not paying attention for a little bit? Not going to talk through that decision too much. I think it's pretty obvious why I sent Priest to Air. There's a worker cult reward. How do the coins last that long? That's insanity. This is, yeah, darklings look very strong here. Time travelers look not bad if they can get TPs going next round, and I think that they will be able to, because I mean, I'm going to provide them with neighbors for TPs. It would be insane for me not to. They're on 2 shipping, so it looks like they're going to build like E5, B2. They're going to go for like this corridor over here, but they're not going to get neighbors up there in the north. They will get a neighbor on G1, so I don't know. This doesn't look good for us. I still think we should be beating giants, but obviously, like, life doesn't look great. I think it's fairly clear why I took the 8-pointer. The cult step will get me to step 4 on air. So that gets me yet another worker. The power is also pretty nice. I can now take a worker's action, or I can take a priest action and send it to air. I think that's probably worth it for me to do. That puts my coins in a bit of a crunch, so maybe that's not correct to do. Time travelers used their time traveling action yet? They have not. So time travelers have 2 actions left. Darklings might not have many actions left. I guess I'm getting one of these 3-pass tiles, but or the coins tile, but the one that I would obviously like most is probably darklings. Okay. Let's take this priest. I think that the priest is a lot of points. Darklings should basically never send priest to air here. It's quite bad for them to do that. So I'm going to write off that possibility. So if I do get priest to air here, I'm going to be very happy. Next round, time travelers are going to make their big building. So darklings do stay in the round. Time travelers pass. They're going to just have a mother load of points now. And then I just need to outlast darklings, which I should be able to do. They don't really want any of these power actions. They can dig and build once, but like they can like stall by dig and build once, but that's like not that strong. I now can't really send any more priests to the cults, or else I'll overproduce on priests. That's fine. I'll probably be looking at trying to advance digging next round, or in round 6 rather. This priest has obviously cost me a bit in terms of my ability to have coins. Darklings block big buildings, so that's awkward for time travelers. If I'm time travelers, I think that time travelers will get more points from here, but yeah, they choose to block me instead, so I'm pretty fucked here. So I can't get any points off of that tile, but I mean the 6 coins is good because I want to build TPs and I don't have coin income, and I'm going to be building this big building here, but yeah, I'm pretty boned. So that sucks. I do think that that's partially just bad luck. Like, I could have sequenced myself to pass earlier, but I'm also not convinced that that's like very good for me to pass any earlier than that. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense for me to take this. It's worse for me. It only blocks one other player, maybe. So, um, darklings have enough stuff to take the coins action, so they are going to get another coins action. I have enough stuff to either make a TP or a dwelling here. The dwelling is better economy, I think. And since I'm passing onto a TP, onto a coins tile next round anyway, this is probably good. Time travelers can't take the leech right now anyway, so that's also good. Next round we'll go TP, TP, tunnel, tunnel, and then maybe we try to secure G6. The town that we take is it another 8-pointer? Might just be another 8-pointer. We should be getting some very juicy leech as well, so. All right, so we're gonna look to get what? 3 TPs during this TP round. What town are we taking, by the way? Do we know? Giants seem pretty committed to never advancing through shipping. Which means that darklings will be getting network points, which they also shouldn't have. It's frustrating when our opponent plays like this. Like, this Giants player is going to build like maybe 9 to 10 structures this game, and darklings are just going to beat them on network with 0 effort. This is like, I consider this to be 0 effort for darklings to beat them on network. It's points that they shouldn't be getting, and like you just can't predict that that's going to happen, right? Like arguably darklings help to make that happen, but who goes first? Giants go first, so they're going to make a TP. I can take a 2-for-1 from Giants. Like I am in the point where I have to figure out if like it's correct for me to accept like all the leech that I can get anymore. But I think that I think a 2-for-1 is still good, and I think that that's what I'm going to get offered next. Giants are going to either dig on E8 or they're going to make a TP on E9 or D5. So I am going to get offered that leech. There it is. I think in a lot of cases, players like this Giants player are liable or very likely to temple for Fire 2 to get themselves like a coin down or something. I would find that like that greatly offends my sensibilities, but I think that that's what this type of player will do. Darkling's looking for cheap trading post spots. They're also going to find some nice leech over there as a partner. Yeah, darklings still have all 4 of their TPs to build this round, which is really nice. Time travelers get 2 spades, but they put them in slightly strange spots. I guess they're going to get second on network pretty handily. Or maybe they get first on network. I don't know. They still have a good amount of stuff left. Regardless, I think that I'm getting another 2 for 1, so I am going to convert. Question is, what town do I take? Do I take an 8-pointer or do I take a coin town here? How much longer do time travelers have in this round? They need to sanctuary. The sanctuary is 100% happening. They have their pop action. Oh no, they've already used their pop action. So they have their sanctuary and maybe they have one other action after that. Our round has to be TP at least. And I would ideally like to start, like, basically, in a perfect world, I might start advancing digs this round. And that would entail taking a coin town. However, you just can't really guarantee that I'll be able to stay in the round long enough to advance digging and still make these 2 TPs. So I think that I'm just going to take the 8-pointer and I just want to be in best position possible to pass for this dwellings VP tile. Which means that, yeah, this is the 8-pointer. It's just the best scoring option for me, I believe. Even though I waste one of the steps. I think that this puts me in, like, it just helps with the scoring a lot. Oh shit, I forgot to down convert. That was okay. Giants by the bridge first, so okay. That's a lucky break for us. Don't take the ship town now. Don't do it. Please don't take the ship town. They take the coin town. Good. So they are just going to build 2 TPs here, presumably. That's actually better than Fire 2. So I applaud Giants for that. I think that maybe they could have gone for expensive TP as well, but actually expensive TP might have been better because it is the TP round, and like the bridge costs you three coins, right? So anyway, we don't get punished for our decision on the leech, which is nice. Make the TP. Sure, let's put it here. Giants next to play. Hopefully they make the TP like we were hoping. We have 1 spade coming in off the water cult, but like this will happen a lot with dwarves. Basically, like late in the game, you actually can't really use your spades. That's one of the reasons why the landscape is kind of cool for dwarves. Anyway, with each action that time travelers stay in, I get to tunnel. I get to tunnel, and then like send priests like dinkily up the cults. Okay, so darklings are going to set up for 2 more towns. That totally makes sense. Alright, time travelers want to pass here, I think. Like, they could try to stay in the round to pass on a Darkling's tile, but this round is so high scoring for them that they actually just want to make as many TPs as they can, which means passing first and getting a coin's action. That's the best way that they can do that. I miss out on this leech. That was good sequencing by darklings. All right, there's the pass. Bringing it right on it. We have a decent number of dwellings on our board, which is also quite nice, because we built all our TPs this round. We're going to leave ourselves very open to taking power, but I don't think we're going to need it. So our dreams next round are build a stronghold, obviously, and then probably advance our digging. And oh no! Oh my god! Ugh, blew my conversions. Talking on stream is it's dangerous. Guys, do not do this. Yeah. Time travelers badly want this coin town. They're going to get it, I think. Unless darklings take it from them right now. I think that that might be kind of a nice move for darklings to do. But probably they want to save for the stronghold. So that's probably not the best move for them. They are going to TP A8, obviously. Oh god, that was so bad. Okay, I think that that probably means that dig advances are not happening, actually. Like, when I think about it, that actually probably just means that I can't really afford to advance my digs, which is really sad, because that was going to be a very good source of points for us. And I say that because I'm just looking at my worker count, and it doesn't look like it just doesn't look like I have the workers for it, right? I don't fucking know. I also just hit this hex, right? Sure. Black. I don't know, maybe A9. I don't. They might kind of want giants to build A12. Okay, they are gonna make this town. They have infinite coins, so that does make sense. Okay, there's the temple. Stronghold goes here. This avoids giving anyone reach. Yeah, okay. I obviously have nowhere near enough workers to advance my digging, so that's fine. That's fine. So our plan is to take the single spade. We're going to grab G3 with the single spade. Then we'll take I3, and then maybe we have just enough stuff left over to go for U3 or something. Yep, there's the fire too. Probably a priest town. It's fine. Wait, darklings are beating us on network, aren't they? No, they're not. They stranded a structure. Okay. Dwarves taking those workers also kind of kills our dreams of actually being able to come up with anything. Ooh, I probably actually, man, I'm really sloppy here because I think that I-10 was actually where I was supposed to, it actually was where I was supposed to put my spade, because I might need a hard dig, just like I might not have the stuff for like a true dig. A regular hard dig without tunneling might be the only thing that I have the workers for, so that was also very sloppy. Well, let's just see how it plays out from here. Darklings will get an 11-point town. They're going to... Are they beating time travelers on that work? Time travelers do want to get to 3 shipping. They need to make sure they get that town, probably. Okay, this is obviously happening. Let's just say that time travelers don't have enough to like track me down on these 2 cults. I mean, darklings probably have enough to track me down on this one. They have nothing to do with their priests other than to send them to cults, and they're going to have infinite priests. So, yeah, 3 plus 5 more points. So I don't know if this leech actually does me anything. Like I need to get to. I actually have to spend all of my stuff here, right, to build this last dwelling, which I basically have to do. I need to tunnel and build a dwelling that's 2 workers, and then I need a stronghold, which is 2 more. So this actually doesn't do me anything. Oh my god, those 2 priests were huge, because those priests were at least 4 points, right? Like, with those 2 priests, I at least win the water track. But then I can probably take Leech, and I might be able to build like another temple or something, or like a TP or something. I mean, Darklings are going to beat us by more points than that, but like to miss out on like an 8-point swing versus Darklings at the minimum is really, really painful. Well, sorry for anyone disappointed by this. I don't think there's any world where this dwelling can possibly be incorrect compared to like alternative actions that I could have taken. This dwelling is going to be important network-wise. Like, it's... So one thing that I could have done, right, is I could have tunneled and dug, but not built the dwelling, and then I could send priests to water instead. Maybe there's a case for that. I saved myself a resource point, and I probably get like 4 points. That might have been the line, because then Darklings are then like welcome to tie me on the cult if they want. but like that probably doesn't do them anything. I can take this leech. It gives me a resource point back, and I can't accept free leech anywhere else that anyone wants to build something. So I can take this. It won't do anything. Yeah, just not enough stuff here. If time travelers use their action, they have. So they're going to go 2 TPs and then advance their ship to 3. Probably take the coin town, right? This is a 6-point TP, or 6 coin TP, 3 coin TP. And then they have 3 and 1, 2, 3, 4. Well, they don't need this coin town. They can just take the 11 pointer. So it's 12 points worth of TPs. Oh, yeah, 12 points worth of, or 6 points worth of TPs, right? Each one is 6. 12 points worth of TPs. That's 100. An 11-point town. 111. Then they advance ship twice. That's 118. And they pass for 13. That's 130. 130, they're probably second on network. Or third on network, rather. So that's 136, and then 136 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 143. It's like a quick sketch of the math. I'm not sure if it's correct. I have 2 resource points, 103, pass for 11, 114, network win 132, plus this might be like 16, 17 points on the cults, 150-ish. Actually, darklings should probably take the 11 pointer, right? They take the priest town, which is, it's fine. It takes points away from us, so it's fine. Yeah, darklings getting second on network is an unexpected break for them, for sure. And I would never contest that network if I were a time traveler, so. Though it does look like time travelers might be taking like a ship town. Now that the 11 pointer, actually, yeah, the 11 pointer and the priest town both disappeared, so. It actually looks like we're going to lose this point on fire. So we're probably second here. I think we're a little ahead of time travelers, but time travelers are 1 resource short of being able to advance their ship and build this last TP, I think. So they just take a bunch of resources, which makes plenty of sense. So darklings, 2 priests to the water cult. So then 8 points worth of digging, and then 2 points worth of earth ones. That's 10 more points. They don't have air ones. They'll be at 134. Second on network is 146. Then 22 points on the cults. 168. Yeah, they're winning by like 20 plus points. Which we did say was a risk, right? We knew that darklings could do this. But they also really should not have, right? There was no world where this is what was supposed to happen for darklings. So, whatever. Like, it is just, sometimes like you try all the plans that you can and then like some player does something that you don't expect and like they have a good time on their own, but then like it just winds up being kind of shit for everyone else. Or at least for one person, right? through the game to darklings for sure. Like there's absolutely zero world where darklings are supposed to be getting a third town here. And yes, they would have been winning without the third town, but they were not supposed to get second on network for sure. They were supposed to get third on network if they beat Time Traveler's network. So that's 6 points that they lost. They were supposed to lose to Giants on network, so that's 6 free points. And then Giants were also supposed to cut them off of a third town, so that's another 11 points. So you can take so if you take away like 13 points from Darklings, which I think is pretty reasonable to do, then I do think that this is more of a competitive game. Like they're probably still winning. Like I don't want to take anything away from Iron Age. It's just like, it kind of sucks to play a game like this because, yeah. Yeah, 167, I think, for Darklings. And hopefully I was correct about Time Travelers here. What are Time Travelers doing? They just bought a priest. Oh, to send to fire, fair enough. That takes another point away from me, gets them 3 points. The Priest of Fire is probably good for Darklings here. Maybe Time Travelers are closer to me than I think. Okay, they do send Priest of Fire, which is good. That takes 1 point away from Time Travelers. They're still going to send Priest here. Wait, no, they sent it to Water. Okay, it was worth more points there. So, okay. So Time Travelers make this TP 112, 1 resource point. No resource points. 112 plus 13, 125, 6 network points, 131 plus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 140. I think we have 140 covered at least, so yeah, it's a depressing second place. The Giants managed to break 110, so congratulations to them for this. We caught like a minor break of being able to make this town. I don't consider it a huge break, but I had to fight a lot harder on the air cult than I would have liked, but that was partially me trying to chase the earth cult. Ultimately, like taking the 2 key town was obviously a good call for Darklings, so like I can't begrudge them that. And there was no world where I was supposed to beat them on that, so that's also good for them. So 149 for us. So we were saying that Darklings likely got handed. What did Darklings get handed? They got handed 6 network points and 11 points of town. So if we take away, like, no, I mean they were always supposed to lose to Time Travelers on network. So they probably got handed 12 network points. Okay, that's not fair to say because they did beat Time Travelers fair and square. So 6 network points for free plus 11 points of town for free. So yeah, that's like they're still ahead of me even with that. So whatever. We do lose 1 point of elo, but you know we're still looking okay there. It was lucky. We were like, maybe it wasn't that lucky that we got here, right? Like, but we're still kind of lucky that we still managed to beat Time Travelers. Now, it's not clear that they got particularly unlucky or anything. But, like, there's no guarantee that we were supposed to beat them. Obviously, like, we knew that Darklings were likely the best faction, and we did feel like maybe we weren't bidding enough on Darklings. I personally didn't feel comfortable enough to go with a strategy like this, and honestly, like, I think I have good reason to not be comfortable with trying to go for a strategy like this, because if Giants take b5 or b4, it's not only that darklings can't. Darklings actually do just get killed on network because they can't build that many structures, right? Like, darklings are not capable of building without shipping more. And then shipping more is a huge investment that's very point inefficient. So they should get less network points and less Earth 1 points. So, I don't know, whatever. Let's take a look at the tail of the tape, even though it was kind of like a silly game. First of all, apologies for my slow play. Let's see. We took 2 priests. We really wanted to win. We wanted to try to do the best we could on Earth, and we really wanted to win air. We took a lot of single spades, and again, I think that this is pretty typical as dwarves. We're going to take a lot of single spade actions, because a lot of the time, like, once you've got your 2 town spots, you just don't have, like, a lot of places to dig adjacent to you. So you just need to, like, secure key hexes. Yeah, like, those 2 priests, like, it would have been 4 more points for me, right? Like, probably 5 more points for me, because I also got a resource point from going up the water track. 5 more points, 154. Darklings would just use those 2 priests to dig. They get 1 fewer resource points, so 165. And then if they lose, like, some of the stuff that they were handed, like, obviously you can't play out everything that way. Like, that's not how the game works. They would have found some other way, but it does feel like kind of a bummer here. That I don't think that we were, like, stuff happened that wasn't supposed to. Like, 8 structures giants is probably not supposed to happen. They took Earth 1 and then made 12 points out of Earth 1. So they took in round 1 Earth 1 that was worth 12 points. They did make points out of their water 1, admittedly. All right, sorry. Back here. We didn't take the coins action a single time. Obviously, this is a big reason that Darklings won. So maybe I could have tried to take the coins tile, but, like, I didn't really need those. I actually needed spades a lot more. I fixed my own coin income. And maybe I should have played less hard on my own coins and, like, more on trying to deny. We had an average passing game. Darklings and I, neither of us actually, like, hit the scoring track that well. That's something that I noticed, and it's part of why I bid Time Travelers. It was kind of a dry scoring track. I do think that Earth 1 might have been a slight misstep for Time Travelers. Now, they couldn't have hit that many more points on the scoring track, but they could have hit a lot more network without Earth 1. Earth 1, I think, was worth, like, maybe 16 points to them. Network points could have been similar, and maybe they hit, like, very slightly better on the track. Maybe not. Like, it's obvious that they could have done worse, and, like, they could have competed better on cult or something, but who knows? This is probably fine. This was fine. Coin Town and Ship Town. We just needed to supplement this. Yeah. I don't know. Probably not much else to say here. Thanks for watching. Thanks for chatting. It was a fun chat, at least. So, and you know, it is fun to play with, like, largely base factions, and I do like the dwarves a lot. It was not the game that I wanted it to be, but you can't always get what you want. All right, thanks everyone. We'll see you next time.